Job Vlog.
Well guys, Von Fry here. So I downloaded PUBG Mobile. This is kind of on the suggestion of a friend of mine, Alan, who, that is a girl by the way. She was at the Game Developer Conference, or is it Game Developer Convention this past weekend, and she was like, hey, I'm sending you some PUBG stuff. You ever played PUBG? And I'm like, no, but I saw that it's available for mobile. Surely I've got a phone that can run it, right? So download the game for free. And I'm showing you guys my first game, my first round, as they seem to be calling it here. Now, this is all done touch control, and I'm figuring it out as it goes, and I'm going to try to give you guys narration of what was going through my head as I played this. Now, I have a lot of experience in Overwatch. It's been almost the only game I've been playing for nearly 2 years. Occasionally checking out a few things here and there I'm checking out from the library, but I also play a little bit of Fortnite. Honestly, anymore in Fortnite, I only play it about once a week. And this is the game that everybody's telling me Fortnite ripped off. Now, Fortnite, much more cartoonish. It has a building mechanic to it. Here, a little more realistic, slightly more realistic visuals. There's no building, and the cars available you can drive. So I thought, hey, what else is different? Well, instead of jumping out of the battle bus, you're jumping out of some carrier onto some land. I think that the land here is larger. That's what I think people have been telling me, and I am a bit confused by the geography and the map. It looks like instead of a storm closing in on you, you have the map tightening with maybe a storm component, but there's also red danger areas. And at one point, I think I was in the danger area and it wasn't affecting me, so maybe I wasn't in it. Now, it took me forever to actually plummet to the ground here. So I was thinking, okay, am I going to aim for these buildings, or am I not going to get there? What if I crash on this bridge? Am I going to make it or not? Default character you're loading out with, I chose, hey, try to build a hot of a chick as possible, because you got to look at something, right? And you're in lingerie, and I'm thinking, hey, that kind of works out. But, hit a building, and maybe things will be found in chests, like in Fortnite. Well, not exactly, but from what I've seen so far, it seems like almost every building you go into is going to have some kind of supplies available. Mostly, like, in some kind of, not a chest, but gathered together. So I grabbed some items, and I'm real clumsy here with the controls, and I'm kind of thinking everybody else is too. Now, I didn't change any settings around, and I guess it gave me a squad. And it looks like there's very limited communication capability here. Maybe there's some apps that tie together, and you can do some kind of voice chat. I have no idea. I didn't hear any kind of lines from anybody or any real helpful suggestions. And when I pulled up the chat icon, which I do later, it looks like there's just a few accessible phrases. Hey, I need medicine, I need painkillers, something like that. So I'm looking around the house, and I'm like, you know what, this, it's not exactly furnished, but in some ways a little more robust than what I'd seen at Fortnite, where just like, like a good deal of the houses are pretty much torn down in that game. I'm gonna make my way around here. I'm kind of wondering who all's in my vicinity. And there's 100 people. If it's a bigger map, then maybe I don't have to be worried about being gunned down from behind, but I'm also filling out the controls. And yeah, I had a pistol out in first person, and I never again figured out how to do that. But you'll see that throughout this, I'm occasionally shooting at nothing, because I'm simply wanting to turn or do something else, and instead I end up shooting the gun. And here I am just generally being confused by the screen. Now, if that red zone is a danger zone, like in Battle Royale, the Japanese movie where heads explode if they're in the danger zone, they don't want to be in there, but it's outside the shrinking circle, so is that something to worry about? But it hop around. And finally taking some fire And I'm like, okay, so there is somebody right here. I'm looking around. I have a 4-inch iPhone SE, people. So what do? I just kind of approach and spray away. You know, I guess this guy sucks more than I do. But yeah, first game, and I already got a kill, right? Well, I checked to see if I want to continue recording this, and I'd stop recording, but then I started gunning down another guy. I'm like, you know what? I'm off to a pretty good start here. And that second guy, I really just locked in the run by holding that up until it locked. And then I just plowed into him. You know, he shot me in the back. I made a U-turn and just ran with that assault rifle. But I noticed that there was a guy on my team. I'm going to call him Lang. This guy was lighting up the kill feed. It was just every other minute he was putting somebody down, like entirely by himself. So I figure maybe the smart strategy here would be maybe, just maybe, meet up with this guy and, you know, maybe he can keep me alive. Maybe. And so that became my goal. Yes, I had no real communication, was far away from any allies. One of them goes down fairly quick. But hey, why not go ahead and meet up with the guy who is taking care of business? And so you'll see here, I'm able to approach him without him shooting at me. I think there's actually friendly fire in this. At least that's what I've seen in videos. Now, I'm not sure about mobile, because I had enough sense not to put my gun in his direction. But it looked to me like he was, you know, being protective of me, letting me have loot, which I'm guessing that marker was some kind of loot box drop like you'd see in Fortnite, but maybe with a little less fanfare. This guy just, you know, let me have the pick of it, and I attempted to pick through there what I could, and as you can see, I gathered supplies up. I've got a helmet, I now have some semblance of a uniform, guns galore. I had medicine that I didn't really realize I had, and eventually I end up asking Lang here if he has any medicine on, and he gives me some, because hell, he doesn't need it because he's total badass. So yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on this guy. I don't know if I really want to go into the buildings at the same time he does. Like, you know, if he gets ambushed with these controls, 4-inch, not quite HD display. I mean, hell, my thumbs are taking up more of it than I can really see. So yeah, cumbersome as all hell. I think on an Android you should be able to use Bluetooth connectivity. So that would be like a PS4 controller. Some of the newer Xbox One controllers would likely work. They might work on iPhone OS. I have really no idea. But if, you know, if the playing field is actually even and everybody's got their thumbs up on the screen, this could theoretically be a fun way to kill some time. So I'm taking some fire, and I figured, okay, let's kind of lay low here. I'm hoping that this guy's plan is to meet up with the third guy on our team. But for right now, I'm just kind of taking in the surroundings. It's not like I'm going to try to memorize this map, the locales, any landmarks. You know, look around, get an idea of what the textures and graphics in general look like. But, you know, try to keep an eye on Lang here. I don't know if he's taking anything out of these boxes or what the deal is. Maybe those are people's he's gunned down, and instead of just, you know, leaving some lit up guns, this is their supplies and now we're taking them. Is that what this is? Is that not a drop box? Let me know in the comment section. Is that simply just some chest left behind from that you need to loot off of an opponent? So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Lang. Looks like we're going to have to head this way and maybe go swimming. I ask him for some medicine and he obliges, and I'm actually like, oh shit, didn't know I actually had some of this on me, but you know, if you don't need it, okay. And this guy looks like he doesn't even want to wear the armor. Like, where we're going, we don't need clothes. I did notice that, unlike in Fortnite, the water's deeper. You actually have to swim across instead of wade and jump through, and you could actually swim down, though there may not really be much of a tactical reason for this. Maybe you can wait out some opponents who are going to be crossing, if you can't find any other kind of shelter. But you know what? She's a good swimmer. Strong swimmer. Warning, red danger zone starting. It's like, okay, don't know what that means. I mean, I guess I need to stay away from it, right? I guess Lang has seen something over here. And hey, I'm new to this game. I'm just gonna go and follow the leader. You can see number 3, he's still a ways off. Surely we have some kind of plan to catch up with him, right? Oh, what is this? We got ourselves a little SUV, do we? Since I have no idea how the driving mechanics go, I am glad that Lang has taken the wheel, and I'm just going to ride shotgun with the rifle. And I'm thinking if I'm supposed to be mowing down anybody, I'll do that. And to my surprise, Lang drives over here instead. I mean, did he sense something? Was there some danger up ahead and we needed to turn things around? I had no idea, but I guess that was my experience in the Jeep. So finally we have caught up with number 3. And, he didn't shoot us, so I guess that's a good thing, right? At this point, I'm finally starting to look out here and I see that barrier up in the sky. I'm thinking that's kind of like the storm from Fortnite. Am I mistaken? Now, is this an ammo drop here? I mean, this looks a little more sizable, and these guys just seemingly let me have the pick of it. Let me know in the comments below if maybe there was something better there that they were taking, maybe some heavy arms. I mean, I know I didn't really need to use it. You can see there I'm trying to lock in the run. I have no idea how to work any binoculars or scope that I think might be attached to my gun. And I didn't really want to start shooting and give away positioning, so yeah, I'm very much just a spectator here. I've got 2 kills. I kind of did my part. I've got a positive kill to death ratio if it all ends right now, right guys? So up ahead here, trying to figure out how this map thing works and put it away when necessary. Looks like we have some kind of drop here that's going to draw us some fire, get us a little bit of attention. So gotta stick to these guys, try to keep low in these crevices, try to let these guys take care of whoever may be intruding on us. Looking around, it looks pretty decent for a mobile game. I haven't played a lot of mobile games lately, so to me something like Angry Birds 2 is about what I would expect mobile graphics to look like. And this is, what would I call this here? Not quite Xbox 360, but maybe darn close. And hell, if you had this on an iPhone X or an 8, you could probably run higher resolution and more effects. I think I have this up on high, but I don't even have quite a high definition display. So what do we got here? Again, some of this stuff I feel like, do I have multiples of it? I have a backpack. Am I grabbing an improved backpack or like a backpack expansion? I can't really tell. Every game when you're new, it's such a shell-shocking experience. It's such a disorientation. Everything is confusing. Little is actually something that would be apparent to you. So I'm just trying to stay out of the way here. We're down to 4 people left alive. Now 3 of them are on my team, and I'm kind of freaking out here. I'm like, am I recording this still? Like, there were 100 to start with. We're doing pretty good work. But, yeah, I'm hoping I've got this recording. So, Get ready for a surprise coming up ahead. Where I totally screw this up. Yep, here we go. Checking to see if it's recording, and it is. And oh, there you go. Legendary Badass. Yeah, they wouldn't let me get the S in there. I guess too many characters. Winner, chicken dinner. Number 1 out of 100. Well, of course, that's tied with 3 other guys. Won my very first game played of PUBG Mobile. Have never played PUBG. Haven't played a first-person mobile game. I have some experience in Fortnite. But, taking it in, I've got my first win. Oh, wait, what was that? You guys, you don't think I won my very first game, do you? Oh, okay. Well, let's just look over here, and as you can see, rounds 1, wins 1, top 10, of course, 1. There's the 2 kills. So, yeah. So there you have it, guys. My first game in PUBG Mobile became my first win. Let me know if you'd like to see some more from me on this game. Maybe I can come up with some tips, or would you rather me play Fortnite or stick with Overwatch? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video really lights up, I'm definitely going to be playing some more.
Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. Vaughan Jog Vlog is made possible by your support on Patreon. Patreon.com/Vaughan Fry. Because f*** Google.